What does it mean to be human? Where is the line between person and machine? Or does the line even exist?
How do you keep power forever over something that's much more powerful than you?
Hi, Alpha.
Hello there.
My whole life goal is to solve artificial general intelligence. I think this is a hugely critical moment for all humanity. There's no time to waste.
Artificial intelligence is not just a tool we're inventing, it's quickly becoming one of the most powerful forces shaping our future, transforming our world at breakneck speed. And as powerful as AI already is, there's a new level tech giants are striving for called AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. Imagine a machine that can think and act like a human, solving complex problems on its own, and even surpassing human intelligence in some areas. But with great power, as we all know, comes enormous responsibility and significant risk. One of the most compelling voices urging caution is William Saunders, a former member of OpenAI's technical staff. Saunders recently testified before the US Senate Judiciary Subcommittee, offering a rare insider's perspective on the risks of AGI and why he ultimately lost faith in the company's ability to responsibly develop such powerful technology.
OpenAI claimed that their mission was to build safe and beneficial AGI. And I thought that this would mean that they would prioritize, putting safety first. But over time, it started to really feel like the decisions being made by leadership were more like the White Star Line building the Titanic, prioritizing getting out newer, shinier products, than really feeling like NASA during the days of the Apollo program. And I really didn't want to end up working on the Titanic of AI, and so that's why I resigned.
And let's just say his words were chilling, eye-opening, and utterly necessary. So what's the big deal with William Saunders? For years, he was on the inside at OpenAI, a company leading the race to build Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. That's a form of AI that could potentially match or even exceed human intelligence. This isn't sci-fi. Saunders made it clear that AGI could arrive in just a few years. Saunders resigned from OpenAI because he felt the company was moving too quickly toward AGI without adequate safety measures. He believed the tech world's move fast culture, often seen as a badge of innovation, was leading AI companies to prioritize speed over public safety. According to Saunders, this approach is dangerous because AGI, unlike current AI systems, could become powerful enough to operate autonomously and potentially make decisions that humans can't easily control. He stated, AGI would cause significant changes to society, including radical changes to the economy and employment. AGI could also cause the risk of catastrophic harm via systems autonomously conducting cyberattacks or assisting in the creation of novel biological weapons. To put it bluntly, AGI is no ordinary technology. It has the potential to outsmart humans in most economically valuable tasks and operate independently for long periods of time. Think about that. A system that could revolutionize entire industries, from medicine to finance, without needing a human at the helm. But Saunders warned, while these possibilities are mind-blowing, they come with equally mind-blowing dangers. But what does AGI actually mean? Right now, AI can perform specific tasks. Think facial recognition or voice assistants like Siri. But AGI is the next level. It aims to create a highly autonomous machine capable of outperforming humans across most jobs. We're talking about AI that could, in theory, learn and adapt without human input. And that's where things get risky. With the right or wrong programming, AGI could autonomously conduct cyberattacks. Or even worse, according to Saunders, AGI would cause significant changes to society, including radical changes to the economy and employment. AGI could also cause the risk of catastrophic harm via systems autonomously conducting cyberattacks, or assisting in the creation of novel biological weapons. In fact, he revealed that OpenAI recently developed a system with capabilities so advanced, it showed early signs of being able to help experts plan a biological threat. However, he did not specify the exact biological threat. The reference was made to highlight the serious potential risks associated with AGI. Without stringent testing, AI could move into realms we never intended, with consequences we can barely imagine. To put it simply, AGI could become a tool for highly sophisticated autonomous threats that could have devastating consequences. Saunders didn't come here to inspire fear. He came with a message. AI development cannot be a mad dash to the finish line. He argued that rushing forward without strict oversight is like launching a rocket without checking if it's fully fueled or stable. And to him, this wasn't just a theoretical risk, it was personal. Saunders shared that he resigned from OpenAI because he simply didn't have faith they would make responsible decisions about AGI on their own. He stated, "I resigned from OpenAI because I lost faith that by themselves they will make responsible decisions about AGI." Think about that for a second. A top insider leaves his job at the very company pioneering AGI because he doesn't trust them to prioritize safety over speed. But why didn't OpenAI slow down? Saunders, along with many former colleagues, believes that internal pressures and competition are pushing AI companies like OpenAI to move too fast. He even said that critical security flaws, vulnerabilities that could allow engineers to bypass access controls, were sometimes ignored to keep development on schedule. This pressure isn't unique to OpenAI. Saunders pointed out that it's an industry-wide issue. Tech companies are racing toward AGI, driven by billions of dollars in funding, and in the process, sometimes overlook essential safety protocols. To Saunders, this was terrifying because the risks aren't minor, they're existential. Now, let's dive deeper into the risks of AGI, as highlighted by Saunders. Number 1, lack of safety protocols for AGI. First up, Saunders pointed out a glaring issue. Current safety methods are simply not ready for AGI. Right now, AI systems are trained to receive rewards when they do something right, a kind of trial and error supervision. But AGI will likely find new, potentially dangerous ways to achieve its goals, ways we may not be able to predict. And once deployed, it could conceal dangerous actions to keep receiving these rewards, a terrifying concept. Number 2, incentives for speed, not safety. Second, the industry is obsessed with rapid development. Saunders explained that OpenAI and others are caught up in an AI arms race, where being first often means cutting corners on testing and safety. This is an industry-wide issue, and it's why Saunders felt a policy response was urgently needed. If left unchecked, this race could lead to the release of highly autonomous systems that haven't been fully vetted. Number 3, weak internal security. Another shocker? Saunders testified that during his time at OpenAI, there were serious lapses in internal security. He revealed that, for extended periods, hundreds of employees could have bypassed access controls, potentially stealing the very AI systems they were working on, including models like GPT-4. To Saunders, this proved that OpenAI's commitment to security was often just talk, overshadowed by the relentless push toward AGI. Saunders argues that without rigorous independent testing, these systems could be deployed with capabilities developers don't fully understand, potentially leading to disastrous consequences. Now, if this sounds familiar, it's because Helen Toner, director at Georgetown University's Center for Security and Emerging Technology, and another leading AI policy expert, voiced similar concerns in her own Senate testimony.
That technology will be, at a minimum, extraordinarily disruptive, and at a maximum, could lead to literal human extinction.
Toner has also been raising red flags on this race mentality in AI development. She warns that with companies like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft pushing ahead so quickly, safety checks are often cut short. It's like building a super fast car with no brakes, just to be the first one to cross the finish line. So what can we do about it? Saunders, Toner, and other AI experts recommend several key steps to manage the risks of AGI. Number 1, transparent reporting and independent testing. Both Saunders and Toner argue that companies should be required to report what their AGI systems can and cannot do. By mandating third-party testing, we could have independent eyes, ensuring these systems aren't hiding dangerous capabilities. Saunders particularly emphasized the need for such testing both before and after deployment. Number 2, stricter security standards. Saunders' time at OpenAI taught him that even some of the top AI companies are vulnerable to security threats. By enforcing stricter internal security standards, including regular audits, companies would be forced to prioritize security just as much as development. Number 3, creating a whistleblower-friendly environment. To Saunders, protecting insiders who speak out is crucial. He argued that if employees at AI companies could report dangerous practices without fear of retaliation, it would make it easier for those on the inside to hold companies accountable. Number 4, government oversight and an independent regulatory body. Finally, Saunders and Toner both support establishing a dedicated independent regulatory body for AI. This body would create and enforce rules around AGI development, keeping AI companies in check and ensuring that new advancements aren't being deployed without proper oversight. Saunders' testimony also touched on why AGI risks are unique and much more severe than the risks posed by today's AI. AGI isn't just a smarter computer. It's a system that could eventually operate independently, taking actions that could impact millions of people. On top of that, one of the most essential parts of William Saunders' testimony was his call for a significant cultural shift within AI companies. He and other employees are pushing for companies to support an approach known as a right to warn, or, as previously mentioned, a whistleblower-safe environment. Employees can freely act as on-the-ground safeguards without fear of losing their jobs. Number 1. Allow criticism without retaliation. First, Saunders and other AI insiders are urging companies to let employees raise concerns about risks without fearing backlash. Right now, AI companies can discourage or even punish employees who speak up, especially if what they say could make the company look bad. Saunders argues that if we're serious about building safe, responsible AI, criticism must be seen as a good thing, a chance to improve and prevent mistakes. Number 2. Facilitate anonymous reporting. Next, Saunders called for anonymous reporting channels. Imagine seeing a serious issue with an AI system, but not feeling safe enough to report it. Saunders wants employees to have anonymous ways to raise red flags, not only within the company, but also to boards, regulators, and even independent organizations outside the company. This would mean concerns can be voiced and investigated, even if employees are worried about backlash. Number 3. Support a culture of open criticism and protect whistleblowers. Saunders and his colleagues are also pushing for a real cultural shift, one where open criticism is welcomed, not punished. He argues that companies should make it clear that constructive feedback on AI risks is encouraged and even rewarded. To make this a reality, they're calling for stronger whistleblower protections. Think of whistleblowers as the internal safety net. They're the people who call out risks before they turn into real problems. Protecting them would make it easier for employees to step forward if they see issues, creating a safer, more transparent development process for AI. Number 4. Allow public reporting when internal processes fail. Finally, if all else fails, Saunders and his colleagues want employees to have the freedom to report concerns publicly. Sometimes, even with internal and anonymous channels, companies don't act fast enough, or at all. In these cases, Saunders believes employees should be able to go public to prevent harm. He sees this as the last line of defense to ensure AI systems don't slip into dangerous territory without the public knowing. These changes are about creating a culture where safety is prioritized over secrecy, where employees are empowered to speak up, and where risks are identified and addressed openly. In Saunders' view, this isn't just ideal, it's essential if we're going to build powerful AI responsibly. The stakes are simply too high to let concerns go unheard or hidden behind closed doors. If you want insiders to communicate about problems within AI companies, you need to make such communication safe and easy. That means a clear point of contact and legal protections for whistleblowing employees, Saunders stated. This isn't some far-fetched movie plot. For Saunders, this isn't about stopping AI development. It's about making sure it happens responsibly. He pointed out that while AI companies might say they're working to keep things safe, the reality is that they still have strong incentives to push boundaries. And without external checks, these companies can end up making decisions that prioritize profits over safety. Imagine a future where AGI, an intelligence as powerful as a human mind, operates on its own. It's a thrilling vision, but it could just as easily turn into a nightmare if we're not careful. William Saunders' testimony was a powerful reminder that while AGI could transform society, it's not a tool to be rushed into the world without rigorous testing and strict oversight. The stakes of AGI development couldn't be higher. As Saunders put it, the potential benefits are incredible, but the risks are equally enormous. With AI advancing faster every day, we're only just beginning to understand what's at stake. If we follow these guidelines, the future of AI could be revolutionary and safe. AGI could lead to advancements that improve our quality of life across the board, from health to energy to education and beyond. But if we ignore the risks and continue developing AGI with a faster is better mindset, we risk creating something powerful that we can't fully control. In the end, these testimonies are a wake-up call. They're urging us to take responsibility for AGI now, while we still have the chance to shape it. By doing so, we ensure that AI becomes a force for good, rather than a risk we can't undo. This is our moment to decide what kind of future we want with AI. And it's a decision we need to make wisely. The clock is ticking. The technology is moving faster than ever, but the guardrails to keep it safe are lagging behind. So what can we do? Share this video, spread the word, and keep the conversation going. The decisions we make today will shape the future of AI and our own future. Let's make sure we get it right.